They were noticeably absent, and of course the internet noticed. When Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco tied the knot in Santa Barbara last month, the guest list read like a who's who of pop royalty. Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and a constellation of stars. But one couple people expected to see was missing. Nicola Peltz Beckham and Brooklyn Beckham. Tonight, we dig into why they didn't attend, what insiders are saying, and why this absence isn't necessarily a scandal. First, the basic line. Sources tell people that Nicola and Brooklyn simply aren't as close to Selena as they once were. That's the kind of shift that happens in celebrity friendships. People move, projects change, lives pull in different directions. The insider was careful to push back against louder rumors floating around social feeds that Nicola and Brooklyn were cut off or acting out of betrayal. According to People, there's no single dramatic incident, no explosive fight, just the slow drift that sometimes separates even once tight friends. Page 6 had already reported that the Beckhams weren't expected to attend, and now we're seeing multiple voices line up behind the same explanation. A source close to Nicola added another practical detail. She was in pre-production for a demanding film shoot at the time of the wedding. With busy calendars, time zones, and the logistics of filmmaking, it's the kind of real-world reason that often explains celebrity no-shows. It's less about offense and more about timing. The backstory here includes how Nicola and Selena met. The pair clicked at the Academy Museum Gala in October 2022, and that spark seemed genuine. Nicola even told Cosmopolitan UK last year that they connected right away after attending the event together. Friendships that form in the whirlwind of awards, shows, and charity galas can be intense. But intensity doesn't always guarantee permanence. People change, priorities shift, and sometimes friendships evolve into something quieter. So what should we take away from this? Number 1, absence doesn't automatically equal drama. In celebrity culture, people are primed to read 100 meanings into an empty chair. But often the explanation is banal and human. Scheduling conflicts, work commitments, a desire for privacy. Number 2, when multiple reputable outlets report similar reasons and insiders deny a feud, that's a sign the narrative of betrayal may be overblown. Of course, fans love to speculate. A high-profile wedding like Selena's invites comparisons, side-eye, and conspiracy threads. But there's also an important element of respect for people's private lives. Whether Nicola was on a movie set, wrestling with a demanding schedule, or simply taking a step back from the spotlight, it's her choice. And if Selena and Benny's guest list reflected people who are closest to them today, that's the couple's prerogative. For Selena, a star who's navigated public scrutiny for years, the wedding seemed to strike a celebratory, intimate tone. For Nicola and Brooklyn, whose lives blend acting, modeling, entrepreneurship, and family legacy, it's easy to imagine commitments that don't line up with a weekend in California. The reminder here is that celebrity relationships are fluid. Not always antagonistic, not always permanent. Just evolving. If you're looking for a neat moral, friendships change, and sometimes the public needs to let them change without inventing drama. The reliable sources are saying what many would say about ordinary friends who grow apart. There's no single betrayal, no public falling out, just life happening. As for whether Nicola or Brooklyn will comment further, their reps haven't offered a statement to Page 6, and that silence speaks volumes on its own. Sometimes a non-answer is the most diplomatic answer available. And for Selena, the wedding buzz has been about celebration more than contention. A night with A-list friends, music, and personal joy. In the end, the missing seats at Selena Gomez's wedding tell a small story about how friendships in the public eye are subject to extra scrutiny. But the simplest explanation, that relationships evolve and life gets busy, is often the truest. So let's leave space for that. No scorched earth drama, just the quieter reality that people grow, priorities shift, and not every absence needs a headline.